As someone who's built a community of over 150,000 influencers and creators, I see more and more people popping up every day telling me, Nina, I want to be an influencer, and really leaning into it, not feeling the ick saying that word or being afraid to claim it, but really truly leaning in. And I decided it's time for me to get on here, make an updated video, or if you're listening on the podcast episode, about what it's like to be an influencer in 2025 and give you some action steps to get started. We have been in this industry, y'all, for a minute now, over 10 plus years, working on the brand side, managing hundreds of thousands of dollars of budget pay influencers for their influence, for their content, for their work. And that's how I really understood the back end of influencing from the brand perspective, right? And a big part of influencing is brand deals. As someone who has been in this industry for over 10 years, we have been featured for our work in CNN, BBC News, Business Insider, Entrepreneur Mag, and more for our work in the creator economy. And I see, again, what makes successful influencers, what makes influencers flop, who has it, what do they do? And this video is going to be less around mindset and more about action items and tips. Now, the first thing I'm going to say, and this is probably maybe not even controversial, but I think when you watch a how to be an influencer video, people don't put this number one on the list, but I'm going to put this number one on the list because I think being an influencer is a business. I think being an influencer is about setting up your business correctly. And outside of things like, setting up your businesses and the legalities, I'm talking monetization. Do you have a monetization strategy in place? Yes, today we're going to talk about content pillars. Yes, we're going to talk about SEO and search. Yes, we're going to talk about, building community and engagement, all the things that, you need to put in the influencer recipe. But before we even get into that, you need to be really clear on the type of monetization strategy you want to put into place. Now, I'm going to be very frank with y'all. I teach brand deals. That's my signature course. I'm all about brand deals. That is what I think is going to truly help an influencer hit those big months. But I have to be honest, brand deals don't happen when you are at 0 followers. They don't, unless you're pitching UGC or content, but that's not pitching influence. When you want to pitch influence, right, you're basically going to a brand and saying, hey brand, I have your audience, pay me to talk about them. Well, you can't do that with 0 followers because you don't have the influence, right? So when we think about monetization from day one, I am now going to tell the creators in my community to get really serious about their affiliate strategy. We're going to talk about core revenue streams, but I want to start off with the affiliate one because that is something that I see creators are able to get accepted into programs without having any followers, and something you can do from the day you make a decision to want to be an influencer. Now, I want to be transparent and let you guys know this video is sponsored by Levanta, and you guys are going to learn about them as we go, but I wouldn't come up here and share about them if I didn't really think it was going to help the creators in my community significantly grow their income when it came to the affiliate partnerships and connecting with sellers directly. So the way Levanta works is that Levanta allows creators and influencers to connect with Amazon and other marketplace sellers directly. Think about having that direct access to that seller and negotiate your commissions. But also, one of the most exciting things about Levanta is the higher commissions that you're going to be able to get on this platform versus if you went to a marketplace directly. So oftentimes you go to Amazon, the commissions are low. Let's call a spade, they're low. You're not going to make $10,000 months on a 2% commission, but a 20% commission, a 30% commission, hey, even up to 100% commission. Now that is exciting. And that is exactly what Levanta is helping creators do, allowing creators to have higher commissions on the products that they want to sell compared to Amazon's, 1%, right? So you're getting like a higher bang for your buck. This is the type of affiliate marketing that I personally want to see more creators do. Because again, if you're going to be training your audience, you're starting off your influencer journey, you're deciding how you're going to start making money, and you're going to start training your audience to buy from you, get them to buy at those higher commission rates. So I wanted to just briefly show you my Levanta dashboard. We've been invited by 54 brands. So if you go to your partnership section, you're going to be able to see the different brands that want to get to know you, meet you, give you access to different commissions. But again, what I really love about Levanta outside of their discovery tool is that you can go in and search the products right away that you want to potentially get access to. And then you're also getting featured products, right? You can take a look at the featured products, potentially potentially in your niche, but you're also going to be able to go directly and use their AI search tool. Like, this is wild, right? This right here, is a 23% commission. If I was a food creator, that makes total sense. This is a 25% commission right here for selling this food temperature, cooking thermometer. If I was a food creator and I was using this and doing my Thanksgiving dinner, what's really interesting is like now we're talking. These commissions are high. And what's really great is that because Levanta allows you to connect with these sellers directly, it is so hard to connect with sellers, but you can connect with them directly. You can message them. You can ask for samples. You now have access to these sellers. And I think that's opening a huge door of possibility. So again, if you are a creator that is interested in, getting into the affiliate game, I would absolutely suggest you guys look at Levanta. I'm going to just go ahead and do a quick search here, gift ideas for kids. Maybe you're a mom creator in the motherhood space and you're taking a look to see, and right here, it allows you to search the certain platform. But like, okay, for example, fun foil, like my kids love this, or bath bombs, 20% commissions. This is way higher than you're going to see if you were to do this direct on Amazon. So from day one, creators, day one, Levanta is going to help you get those higher commissions. And that is so important when it comes to monetization. Now, when you're just getting started, there's other revenue streams that you could also consider. UGC, that has no follower requirements. You can build your portfolio from day one, showing content that you've already made, have your portfolio ready to go to brands and pitch them content for their pages. Again, that is a no follower requirement type of monetization. Same thing as building out any sort of digital product. If you are going to be selling direct to your audience, some sort of digital product or download or guide, that's something that you can build from the beginning. When it comes to working with brands, that is something that absolutely we're seeing creators monetize from. But when it's that influence portion, not that content creator portion, you do have to build your business in order to start effectively being able to reach out to brands. Now, we've talked about setting up our monetization strategies before we start, because this is really going to help us understand our end goal. Like, if you know how you're going to make money, then you can work around it to build out the business that you want to build, right? Now, obviously, when it comes to developing your influencer business, influencers now more than ever need a niche. I don't care what people say. You have people out there being like, no, like it's lifestyle, it's this, it's that. Let me tell you something. There is so much noise in the internet. There's so many types of accounts. People don't want to follow people until they become obsessed with them. And the way that people become obsessed with you is once you are able to build that connection with them, whether it's through entertainment or relatability, or there's something that you have been able to give to the person on the other side of the screen. When you are all over the place in the beginning, it is very confusing for the person who is following you to follow along. So I recently did a video about this girl who grew 400,000 followers in 1 week. The way she did this was she went on TikTok randomly, did this video about an experience she had, and went on there, and the internet went wild. They all agreed with her. They all wanted to help her, and her account took off. She was a food creator, and she went to a restaurant, and there was some issues happening. But what ended up happening is, like, when you go on her page, it's all food content already. So people that are following her are, yes, following her in support, but they also want food content, and she's very clear on her niche and what she's doing. So it's important to also understand having that niche is going to help people that find you through an algorithm click follow and want to follow along. Don't let this idea of having a niche make you feel like you're being pigeonholed. You're not being pigeonholed. You are being strategic. There is a difference. You are saying, okay, I'm going to create content around this to attract people. And then once people kind of get excited and grow with you, you can open up that niche and develop into more lifestyle. But at the very beginning, you want to be very value-based. You want to be search-based, and you want to include elements of relatability and things that are going to connect with other people, shareability. These are all things that no matter what algorithm you're on, no matter what platform you're on, people identify with, right? So if you're on YouTube and your video gets shared, the algorithm loves it. If you're on Instagram or TikTok and your video gets shared, the algorithm loves it. People share things that are relatable, or people share things that mean something to them or that can help them. So remember that as your guiding light when you are developing your beginner influencer career. there. I can't stress this enough, knowing who you're talking to, deciding your audience, closing your eyes and saying, I'm making this video for this. Like, I make every single video on my channel for my inner circle community. Those are my people. I see their faces. I'm literally filming this video and I see them all there. I know what they want. I know what they need. I know that like what's important to them. I accept sponsors based on sponsors that I think can help them. Knowing they're human that you want to help is a game changer for any upcoming influencer, to understand who is it that's on the other side of the screen so that you can create content that is literally feels like it's perfect for that person. Now, obviously you're going to have to pick a platform. There are so many, and I cannot stress this enough. Some people at the very beginning are like, I'm going to do everything. And it's probably the fastest way to burn out. I would strongly suggest picking one platform, max two, but start with one, do it well, build consistency, build muscle, don't give up, and then add on a secondary. When you decide the type of platform you want to pick, you want to figure out what type of content you are naturally good at. Like if you are a person that loves to teach or talk and you feel really confined by short form video, maybe short form video isn't for you. You want to stick to platforms like podcasting or a YouTube channel, because you can create for as long as you need and not feel restrained. Versus if you're a creator that's like 30-minute video, 20-minute video, no way. I'd rather do something quick and breezy. Short form may be the way to go. So when you're identifying the platform, go on those platforms. If you want to be on TikTok, get on TikTok and consume TikTok content. See what does well, what doesn't, because everyone knows TikTok does different than Instagram, different than YouTube Shorts. Like all the platforms have their own magic, and I can't tell you which one to pick, but how you can decide is based on the format and what you yourself like to consume. Okay, don't do it because someone else told you to do it. Do the type of content that feels really easy for you. Now, you've heard the word content pillars before, or maybe you haven't, but when you're developing your influencer career, you are going to want to have anywhere from 2 to 3 pillars. Think of them literally as pillars of what your content's going to be focused around. And this really, again, helps you kind of stay focused on your content so you're not all over the place. Pillars help make your brand cohesive, digestible, understandable to the outside audience, right? It's kind of like picking themes that all kind of blend together that help the person that's following understand. So like, let's just say I was a wellness creator. I wanted to focus on movement. I wanted to focus on maybe motherhood and meals. And that's kind of within those 3 pillars, my area. That's where I'm going to stick. Right here at Sidewalker Daily, we talk a lot about monetization as a creator, right? We talk a lot about the business side of being a creator, but we're not talking about like random things. Sometimes we talk about creator news, right? Those are our pillars, but you really want to be clear in your pillars, because clear, cohesive branding is important, which leads to my next thing. When you're developing your influencer business, I'm not going to tell you to spend thousands of dollars on branding. Luckily, you have Canva now, and there's so many resources out there to help you with branding. But let me tell you, the accounts that have all types of text, colors, sizes, fonts, hot mess, looks amateur, doesn't feel safe or trustworthy. So really just taking a quick second, go on Canva, choose some fonts that you like, choose some sizes. You have your header font, you have your paragraph font. This matters. Branding matters because, again, you're building a business. You're not building like a random account. If you go on TikTok and you see how you like certain people's text, take a look at what that text looks like and be consistent in your text. Like I literally go look at certain Instagram influencers' thumbnails and I'm like, oh, those are amazing. And they all kind of look the same. I would steer clear and make sure branding is a central point for you, because when you do start pitching brand partnerships and when you start growing, that branding is going to go with you into your media kit, into your proposals, into your decks, all of that. Now, one thing I would set up from the very get is your link in bio, your link in bio strategy. Remember, you could just be starting, have some of your affiliate links, maybe from Levanta, and you're going to want to be able to include those links somewhere right off the bat. So having your link in bio set up, maybe you're using like a link tree. I can't tell you how many creators I know that I've worked with that have hit 10K, 20K months that told me, I wish I started selling to my audience earlier. I wish I wasn't so afraid to be direct. And again, Amazon influencers and creators who have strong affiliate presences, they do this at the very beginning. They start training their audience to trust them for their recommendations. So even part of your content strategy, y'all, you can start creating videos that include certain products and recommendations so you can use your affiliate links, monetize off of it, but also know the types of brands that you're going to potentially pitch to in the future because you know your audience purchases these types of brands. When you're deciding your influencer biz and how you're going to show up, you need to be really strict with yourself about your showing up. Like, realistic, but also pushing yourself, because nothing happens when you're just comfortable. So if you're going to commit to 3 times a week, you better do 3 times a week, right? When we talk about posting, if you're doing a YouTube video once a week, commit to once a week. No one wants to follow someone that is falling off and on and off and on and off and on. I think here at YouTube and our community, they know we're going to show up every week. We batch videos if we have to. We go to the studio and shoot 10 videos at a time. We do what we got to do to build that trust with our human. They know they can rely on us. Reliability is such an important part of being a business owner and being an influencer. Your audience wants to rely on you. So whatever you decide, stick to it so that they can know that you're going to show up to them and that you're trustworthy. Now, engagement. People are like, well, I don't have anyone engaging, well, do you engage with others, right? So you still have to also put part of your strategy to engage with other accounts, build virtual friendships, but the people that do engage with you, engage back with them. I have a creator who has like 400,000 followers and she's like, oh my God, Nina, my comments, my DMs are crazy, but I spend about a few hours a day making sure I get back to my people because those are the people that put me here in the first place. So engagement is a part of the game. It's like brushing your teeth. You got to do it, right? It's part of being a creator. You can't really outsource that. These are your people. You're trying to build community. So make sure that you pour back into the community that gives to you in the first place. So even if you're just getting started, even if it's friends and family, engage back. It helps the algorithm. You can do things like automations from the very beginning where people comment a word in order to get a link. Start at the beginning. Who cares if no one's watching? Because you know what you're doing? You're building the muscle. You're building the system so that when your account does hit 20,000 followers, you're not like building systems at 20,000 followers. You've already built those systems from day one. Don't wait for a follower count to start the things that you need to be doing now. And by the way, y'all, if you do want to go ahead and get started with Levanta, I will go ahead and include our link below so you guys can sign up for free, check them out, see if you're interested. And again, just know that I would never come on here to my community of people, put our reputation on the line if we didn't think that this tool was really gonna help you guys. And that's why when they reached out to me, I was so excited because I'm like, anything that's gonna help creators make more money, count me in. So go ahead, check them out, sign up for their tool, and let us know in the comments once you did. I hope this video was helpful, y'all, to get you on that influencer journey, to help you get a kickstart, and I'll see you in the next video.